All right, let's look at some of the dumbest fucking tweets of this year, okay? Is this going to be okay, perfect. It's actually like it's perfect because this also starts off in January. Last year in January, okay? The year started off great. Even after a 12-hour night shift at the hospital last night, my wife still has the energy to shovel the driveway. God bless her and all our frontliners. Time to make her some breakfast. Bro, why'd you post this? A question I have all the time on Twitter is, why did you post this? Why would you post you being like a horrible husband? Okay? Oh my Lord. Okay? What she needs is not your breakfast. What she needs is a divorce. Okay? That's what she needs. She needs a new man. Anyway, I mean, what has happened to our men? What will we do without men? Anyway, so that's pretty funny. That was really great. I mean, the year started off awesome. And by the way, whenever I always say like, oh, why did you post this? I always am simultaneously thinking, thank you for posting. Because honestly, that's what Twitter is the best at. Okay? Twitter is the best at this. Twitter puts these things on the timeline for my enjoyment. Okay? Hi, I am Pazzo. This is what you call a roach. What do you consider a roach? I don't know what the fuck this guy was doing. I didn't even see this tweet, but pretty sure you're. If you smoke that, I'm certain. If microplastics are making our children gay or whatever, you know, you are gay now. Okay, you are just burning plastic. I don't know. I don't know why you did that. Probably shouldn't do that. Okay. Pan-fried is such a nonsense menu term. What else might you be frying in the cotton? A baking tray, a kettle, a shoe? I'm having to mute this because it's a mansplainer paradise. Enjoy yourself, lads. I don't get it. Does she not understand that you can fry things in different ways? Like a deep fry? Okay, cool. That's good. Okay, let's move on. Stop mansplaining. Sorry. Trigger warning, mansplaining. In the context of prisons, it's the hole that matters. Women have a hole, their vagina, which men want to penetrate with their penis, either consensually, transactionally, or by force. Bluntly, the reason we have men in women's prisons is to keep the men away from the holes. That's cool. Famously, men don't shit out of their buttholes. That's not a thing. This is like when you've gone down, I guess, the rat fem pipeline, that you forget that men also have holes. Also, men also get sexually assaulted in prisons. So that's like, actually, that's the most common place where it happens. You know, and also women are incapable of doing sexual assault, according to this person. That's a good take. Hillary's self-awareness slider set to 0. MLK Jr. said, I had hoped that the white moderate would understand the law and order exists for the purpose of establishing justice, and that when they fail in this purpose, they become the dangerously structured dams that block the flow of social progress. This is a subtweet. At who? Yourself? Who the fuck is the white moderate in this situation? Hillary Clinton is literally like openly moderate and also openly white, and has openly written about having slaves, black slaves, in the Arkansas governor's mansion. That's wild. That's a wild thing to consider. Anyway. Openly white? Wait. Oh, you guys don't know? No, she literally talked about how in the Arkansas governor mansion, they were using convicts to do the lawn work and shit. Yeah. She also has called black people super predators, young black people specifically, during the crime bill. So, She is not openly white. Oh, stop this, dude. What the fuck? We got to stop this. This one started it all for me, to be honest. It set the tone for 2020. Wait, what? I'm so drunk. At Drake. What? Joe Biden called them super predators too? Yeah, I mean, you think I think Joe Biden is not racist? Yeah, I do think he's racist. Okay, let's continue. Dreamcock by Portnoy. Stool Presidente. Well, if my girlfriend's having sex streams with celebrities, it better be with the Barstool crew. I just had an hour-long sex stream about the Stool Presidente. I've been having so many sex dreams, it's unreal. Dave Portnoy, yep, he had a huge cock. I'm tweeting this. There was no penetration. That is insane. Why would you tweet that? I don't understand. Anyway, let's move on. Darren Rowell goes, calling me racist is cute. On this day especially, I have one of the largest MLK Jr. collections in the world, and some of my closest friends are black. This was a fire one that I also covered. Isn't this guy like a sports broadcaster or something? Very weird. Very weird thing to tweet. Okay? Proximity-wise, we're closing in on Black History Month. Okay? I mean, it's coming up in a couple days at that point. Yeah, he's a sports writer and like an analyst or whatever. And he just came out of the gates fucking swinging, okay? It was awesome. He said, I have a MLK Funko Pop. How can I be racist? Love that. Maybe we should think about how we treat our elected officials. Let's take a look at this one. Do not understand the impulse to cape for the government. When they do something wrong, the response should be, fuck you, fix it. When they do something right, the response should be, fuck you, about time. That's how abusers think. Do you understand the difference between the government and a partner? Yes, it's still how abusers think. Fuck you, please me even though I can't possibly be pleased is a textbook abuser framing. Also, abuse doesn't only happen with a partner. Demanding your government do its job and improve people's lives is not abuse, and it's incredibly insulting to abuse victims to imply it is. You aren't demanding the government to do its job because you've already said that. Even if it does what you want, you won't acknowledge it. That's textbook narcissistic framing. That is textbook Twitter. I love that. I know you're talking about an entirely unrelated thing, but let me fucking enter the conversation and tell you about my personal experiences and turn this into my personal experiences. Hello. This is what we're here to do. I love that, dude. I fucking love that. It's just great. I love Twitter. I love Twitter so much. This is a perfect Twitter moment. Lib Twitter was my Afghanistan. Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably coming too. Biden, you should be very afraid. This was a fire. This was like probably Hall of Fame. I mean, this is something I still reference to this day regularly. Okay? An absolute heater, an absolute banger. Oh my fucking God. Sometimes you read a tweet and it just hits. And this is one of those tweets. Biden, you should be very afraid of taking on Russia. Your they/them army wouldn't last 10 minutes. Now, it's hilarious because we saw what the incredibly masculine, incredibly straight, incredibly macho Russian military has done against the homosexual they/them army of Ukraine. Okay? Absolutely getting fucking cumstered. But also, additionally hilarious that the American army is also the they/them army. Come on. I mean, it's just great. It's great. It's awesome. I love that shit so much. Conservatives still not getting how HIV works. HIV positive guy can be around 80,000 people unmasked while hugging Gavin Newsom, but 6-year-olds must be masked in school. Evil tyrants. Brother, this is not the fucking 60s, 70s, nor is it the 80s, nor is it the fucking 90s. How? How do you still not understand how this shit works? Mind-boggling, okay? Samira Khan looks like those fake Facebooks that griff horny widowers with their Facetune stolen pics and use nonsensical names like Johnson Kevin. That is an incredible take. That's a great assessment. Yes. Okay. I see this season of hashtag Euphoria as Gesamtkunstwerk that rejects the episode-by-episode mentality of most shows. I hope this episode inspires more patience in how the piece will feel as a whole when it's done. Think of it like Dickens's periodicals and not serialized TV. Too many books. You read too many fucking books. Yeah, oh no, Samira Khan has like a lot of... She is a goated poster. She absolutely is a incredible poster, dude. I mean, she has so many good ones. We are hosting a Twitter space with the Afghan Taliban to discuss the detainment of Andrew Tate. They are worried about Andrew Tate, and they are asking us if he's free yet. They say Westerners need Andrew Tate because we are oppressed by feminists. Samira Khan is like, what's the guy? The Hooters guy? She's kind of like him. You know what I mean? Like, at first you took her seriously and you were like, what the fuck? Why is she saying this? Nick Adams. Yeah, exactly. At first you were like, what the fuck? Why is she saying this? And if you took her seriously, like Nick Adams, you would get mad, right? But then you realize, like, oh no, she's just saying the most unhinged shit possible. No, this is not a parody account. I read this tweet on stream. She hosted a fucking Twitter space. She is basically like Nick Adams for politics. Like, it's awesome. She's the Nick Adams of politics. Anyway, this is when you read too much, you should stop reading, and you should stop writing in general. Andrew Klosser, this one's from Andrew Klosser, says, so thanks to Matt Iglesias, I watched Leon the Professional and really liked it. Natalie Portman should have stayed 11 years old. Leon the Professional is one of my favorite movies. Okay, even though it's gross, I think it the angle of it is like pedophilia. I think as far as like filmmaking goes, it is a great movie. It is a banger movie. Okay, straight up. This is literally the part that you're supposed to avoid in your mind as you like watch the movie and go, what a wonderful movie. What a great movie this is. Okay. But that is like, it's literally like trying. It's like when you watch anime and then there's a fucking character in it where you're like, God damn it. Why is this character fucking 16 years old? Why'd you have to say it? This is like watching an anime and like avoiding it, especially if there's like a character that's like, you know, they don't really mention that the character is 16 and you just like don't think about it. Okay. He is like, no, I love that. I'm thinking about it. The American version is less the same, just less, more or less the same, just less pedophilia. Yeah. It's like he said, the pedophilia put it over the edge for me, which made it a classic. Yeah, he like focused on the one aspect of the movie that you're not supposed to think about when you're watching the fucking movie, other than like, you know, like he literally just said, I'm leaning into the part of the movie that's like very gross and very French and unacceptable and illegal. Okay. Yeah, they really get the incest right. Don't ask French philosophers or directors about pedophilia. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Very bad ride. That's why Yamakasi is the fucking goated French movie. Or Banlieue 13. Or Taxi. Less pedophilia, more action. Remember, guys, I grew up with French cinema because in Turkey, when I was growing up, especially, movies that were made in America wouldn't make it to Turkey on time. We watched a lot of fucking French movies. La Haine is incredible, incredible work of art. You know Yamakasi? Holy, yeah, of course, dude. I watched so many French movies when I was growing up. La Haine is a work of art. Also, I mean, just French movies in general. French cinema is great. I also love French cinema in general because it's like you will never watch works of art in America that heavily feature. I guess A24 is kind of doing this now, but like some of the best parts about European movies in general is how ugly every character is. I love that personally. Like you're just like these have to be. You had to have deliberately picked these people to play these roles, okay? Like, they are uniquely ugly. And I love that. Yeah, Jean Reno is their Tom Cruise. He is not a handsome man. Jean Reno is the most handsome man in France. What do you mean? He is so handsome. Have you never seen Gerard Depardieu? What the fuck are you saying? Like, dude, here. Let me give you some examples. Okay? Let me give you some examples of sexy French men, okay? Some of the most famous French actors, okay? Like, literally. And by the way, it's not like, oh, these motherfuckers aged, okay? Vincent Cassel is another great example, okay? What do you mean? And it's not like these guys got fucking old. And that's why they look this way. No, they literally all look this way from the beginning of their careers, dude. Search them up when they're young. Oh, no. Oh, these motherfuckers don't actually know. No, dog. They literally looked this way when they were young, too, bro. No, trust me. Anyway, we're done with that. We're done with the French. There's enough French talk for now. Oh, this was another fucking incredible tweet. You know, everyone took something out of the halftime show. Okay, but Charlie Kirk, my goat, my king. This is what he took out of it. The NFL is now the league of sexual anarchy. This halftime show should not be allowed on television. The halftime show, for those of you who don't remember, okay, because a lot has happened since then, was Dr. Dre, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg. It was perhaps the least sexual NFL halftime show I've ever seen. My hot take is that jokes in general are overrated. Everyone should stop attempting to be funny. Learn empathy first. I'd rather live in a cautious, sensitive world than a funny one, in quotes. This is basically something that people won't even understand in this community because this is unironically like 90% of the commentary in this community, okay? But a Hall of Famer in general, okay? Look, see. Hella people in the chat are saying valid. See? That's how it is. That's how it... This probably was a Hasanabi head. Let's be real. The person who made this thread is, I believe, a Hasanabi head. So this most likely is a Hasanabi head tweet. Anyway. Des Bryant, I'm educating women. Oh, this was another great one. I'm educating women right now about NFTs, and I'm hearing these women say, my brain haven't worked like this in weeks, months, and years. A natural, genuine smile came across my face. ... I'm thankful. I mean, thank God NFTs, man. NFTs are so cool. They really just made another filter for all of us to just, basically understand that someone is telegraphing that they're fucking dumb and susceptible to scams. It was great. Wonderful. When Twitter rallied around Ukraine, okay. Oh, this was great. John Cena, if I could somehow summon the powers of a real-life #peacemaker, I think this would be a great time to do so. 29,000 likes. God, Twitter was so fucking unbearable back then. Holy shit. Motherfuckers really thought their tweets were saving Ukraine. Okay? When it was actually $42 billion of arms that we were selling and also giving to Ukraine. Good tweet, shut up. What? It's in good faith, though. You guys are so dumb. If you can't understand why this is fucking hilarious and also so stupid, especially because he said hashtag peacemaker at a time when his show was being released, so it literally has that Twitter ad next to it. Nah, I'm with Cena here. Okay, dude. Frank Luntz, innocent Ukrainians are dying by the hundreds every day. I want to bring their voice to the American people. Will any news organization send me to Ukraine or Eastern Europe to conduct focus groups? Why did this not happen? Why? Why did this not happen? We should have sent Frank Luntz in there. We should have parachuted him into the fucking Donbass, okay? The country version. I feel like I'm watching George Floyd die again. Only the country version. We all stand around knowing this is very wrong, but helpless to stop it. What can we do? Hashtag Ukraine is George Floyd. God, I love liberals, man. What would we do without liberals? This is why Twitter is, as long as liberals are on Twitter, this is why it will be the primary platform for everyone to go to, okay? Because this you can't cook up, okay? You need to have, like, this American liberal brain disease to be able to cook this up, okay? You cannot. Hasan is a pseudo-intellectual. No, I'm just a dumbass, brother. That's different. You're misunderstanding. I'm a dumbass. A self-acknowledged dumb guy, okay? Anyway. February 2022 was a fucking fever dream of a month. Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh, God, this is so good. All right, well, here's another one. Let's talk about the sanctions. How about not releasing The Batman in all caps in Russia and all comic book flicks thereafter? It's a limited thing, sure. Look, we know superheroes aren't real, but perhaps they can be a small part of the solution. Dish out consequences they have never seen. Oh, God. Not The Batman. There's no way. There is no way they posted this. Dude, this is like inappropriate for me to see. I feel worse having seen this. Holy shit. No. It's like one of those where it's just like hard to look at, dude. That, holy fuck. Yet you defend Asmongold? No, I never defended that take, you fucking idiot. Shut up. And even Asmongold didn't go that far. Come on, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on. And even he apologized for his fucking shitty take. Like, he literally said it was a dumbass fucking take, which it was. Okay, so besides this being economically painful, why can't the rest of the world get together and airlift everyone in Ukraine out to wherever they want to go with full citizenship, give Russia the land, and then stop doing business with them? Someone goes, because they're Ukrainian and want to be in Ukraine? She responds, so nationalism? Never stop tweeting. Nationalism is when you want to live in your own home. You know what I mean? Fuck it up and fucked up. This is what the Nazis wanted. Okay. I love that. AP makes it on the list again with an ill-conceived migrant NFT. Tomorrow's drop at noon EST on the AP Photography NFT Marketplace will feature a video by Felipe Dana of migrants drifting in an overcrowded boat in the Mediterranean. Again, NFTs are so fucking good. They're so good. It's just like, it's a dumb guy filter, but it also is like so much content. Wasn't Ty Lopez trying to sell like a 9/11 NFT in his like Radio Shack grift too, like the falling guy, upside down falling guy from 9/11. Hold up, that's in June. That's in June. Wait, that's gonna come up on this list. We're only in fucking February, my man. Calm down. No, that was GameStop. Oh yeah, okay. Representative Clay Higgins, my GOAT, okay? My king. Unironically, one of my favorite politicians. You guys know this already. I'm going to read it in his voice. You millennial leftists who never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky. You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic tweets. This is why I love Representative Clay Higgins. This is why I think he should be the president. This is why I think he should be the Speaker of the House. He is so fucking awesome because he is such a fucking theater kid, okay? If this dude like just took one art class, okay, on accident, he would not be doing any of this shit. He would just like, he would be like a happy, he'd be a happy guy making like clay pots and shit, okay, at home. Absolute banger tweets, though, we would be missing out on, so. What?
You millennial leftists who never lived one day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky.
What are you trying to say? No, like genuinely. Like what the fuck does that mean?
You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic tweets.
Do you know what non-binary means?
You know, nanomachines.
Hold on. I'm checking Twitter real quick. You got ratioed by the dictionary. How do you manage that, man? You're 50.
Cancel culture strikes again. You millennial.
Oh God, it's so dumb. I'm fucking not looking at that ever again. Zendaya updates. Photo of Zendaya and Tom seen in Boston earlier today. I'm sorry, but can we take a moment to praise how Tom isn't afraid to be around minorities? And of course, the beautiful part about tweets like this, okay, which are insanely unhinged, they always come with a double down, baby. Ooh, double down. I'm sorry, but some of you don't have social anxiety, and it shows. Tom grew up in the suburbs. He did not grow up around diversity, and it's understandable that he might be nervous. So brave of Tom to be around a black man. This is also made additionally ironic because Zendaya is black, by the way, but we will move on from that. Hard self-report. Speaking of self-reports, white people especially went absolutely feral over Will Smith's slap. Some of my favorite. I hope, Judd Apatow makes a feature here. Well, I guess I'm going to put on my PJs and walk around the house until this pent-up shock and discomfort leaves my body and my mind stops spinning, trying to figure out what the hell we all just witnessed. Collective trauma, like we haven't already had enough collective trauma. An award show should have been a safe space. Christina Vernoff, this really felt like childhood for a lot of us. Someone we love abruptly became violent, and that just as abruptly acted like everything was okay. And we all were supposed to act like everything was okay. And this was the birth of our anxiety disorder. This was 9/11 for white people that post, like white liberals that post on Twitter, honestly. This is black on black violence. If you're curious why Germans allowed Hitler to happen, or Americans allowed George W. Bush, by the way, Ukrainian flag in the bio, of course, August Zelensky V. Or Americans allowed George W. Bush to lead us into Iraq, or why Russians are allowing Putin to murder Ukrainians, look at how the Oscar crowd and his supporters handled Will Smith tonight. Hashtag group psychology, hashtag Oscars. To clarify on the earlier tweet I had to delete, I'm obviously not saying it was the same as 9/11, but Will Smith slapping Chris Rock had a similar live TV shock value that will echo throughout our culture. 9/11 was worse, but Muhammad Atta did not win an Oscar right after. R.I.P. my menchies. I think I was very clear 9/11 was worse, but everyone's acting like I said the opposite. Go off, I guess. I mean, Apatow had a banger too. I quote tweeted this. Judd Apatow deleted this tweet. I quote tweeted it and ratioed him. He could have killed him. That's pure out of control rage and violence. They've heard a million jokes about them in the last 3 decades. They are not freshmen in the world of Hollywood and comedy. He lost his mind. It's incredible. Doesn't get any better. Yeah, Muhammad Atta was robbed at the Oscars, by the way. Absolutely. At least we agree on that. I'm an attorney for the city. I have represented cops who lie in court, teachers who molest children, prison guards who beat inmates. It's a job I have done proudly until tonight. Fighting to keep masks on toddlers is shameful. I am ashamed of my office. She said, making sure children wear masks at school so they don't get fucking COVID, okay, is literally more shameful and worse than teachers who molest children, which she was proud to do. This is about Elon. Blair White says, I'm going to take a wild guess and say the lefties won't be celebrating an African-American man owning one of the largest social media platforms. Now, this is one of those tweets that makes you go, is this a joke? Or is she seriously that fucking stupid? And I love that. I love the confusing nature of this, because you're like, is she joking or is she serious? And then people go, Elon can't be African because he's white. Hey, dumbass. When someone is talking about fucking African American, which is a common term for black people, okay? And you already understand that. That's the inference that she's making, that she's playing into. How am I describing this right now? Ugh, I hate that. I hate when chatters do that. You're not funny. You're not clever. You're just like a smarmy, annoying, cowardly racist. Anyway. I think it's the latter, Chief. The quarter pounder comes in hot with a banger of a tweet from discussion with the wife as she watches Our Father. One of the women found out it was her father who was actually her OBGYN. My wife was grossed out. I was like, actually, if someone is handling my sack doing a prostate exam on me, I'd prefer if it was my dad. Who agrees? Thoughts? Another one where you're like, this should have just stayed in the drafts, my man, but thank you for releasing it, okay? This may be a fundamental difference between men and women, which I totally understand. Either that or I need therapy. Yeah, you need therapy, man. You need therapy, like just in general. You definitely do. Okay? What the fuck? Bro, look at this man right now. Look at how dirty this motherfucker is. Show your face. That's a real worker there. That's a real hard worker right there, brother. You wouldn't know about that. What happened? Did you like spray motor oil all over your body? Like, what the fuck? There's one nut in the entire engine that's impossible to get, so... So he's been wrestling in the ground trying to get it out. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Chef Andrew Grill says, my son just woke up from a dead sleep, screamed, vote, and went back to bed. Then he awoke again. We hugged and read the New York Times. He's asleep again. So this is another one of those tweets where I'm like, this has to be a parody of like lying about what your son or your daughter has done, right? Because like, there's no fucking way someone, I mean, there's no way. Like, it's just like, it's too insane for it to be something that someone seriously thought other people would believe, you know? I don't want to believe it. I consider this to be just fucking absolutely bananas. It's like the Ruth Conda forever tweet. Regarding Elon Musk offering to buy a flight attendant a horse for sexual favors, who could forget this one? This was fire. This whole story stinks of BS. A friend came forward now and nothing to back up her claims. This story is a lie. They're a bunch of lying fucktards. Bakun says, did Elon give you a horse as well? What did his dick taste like? Same way your dick tasted. That's a great counter. I think there were better horse tweets from the Elon horse saga. Specifically people saying, I would be honored to fuck you, my good sir, my good liege. Like, there were plenty of people in the Elon dick riding brigade that absolutely came out and said she should be honored that Elon even wanted to give her his glorious semen. I would die for his glorious semen. Elon Musk says, sus, man. AJ Delgado says, it is indeed sus. AJ Delgado then follows that up by, oh my God. AJ Delgado follows that up by saying, by the way, to folks lost, sus means suspicious. Elon speaks street. Oh, God. Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with girls 22 or under. They smell massively different to a girl of 28. Girls 16 to, say, 23 have this creamy, buttery, slightly sweet smell that is unbelievably magnetic. Just the most normal oi bruv, dude. I should have read it in this voice instead, sorry. Here's the fucking thing with girls 22 or under. They smell massively different to a girl of 28. Girls 16 to, say, 23 have this creamy, buttery, slightly sweet smell that is unbelievably magnetic. Simple as day in the life of a true Brexit geezer, I will be the first to tell you that the age of consent in Brotherland is 16. Carter said, when did I start watching Aiden's stream? Yeah. Just a bit of fucking banter, lads. Here is my personal fave of the year. I think this tweet does, this tweet is also another Hall of Fame, absolutely fucking goated tweet, okay? Steve King, okay? An actual politician in America where, you know, over his lifespan, over his career, millions of people have voted for, says, I spent Juneteenth all day in the hot sun, hoeing and pulling weeds and thinking about what it would have been like to have been a slave. Hold up, let him cook. What will this white supremacist say? Now, Steve King, for those of you who don't know, is like an out and about white supremacist, okay? Straight up. At the end of the day, I thought about what it would be like to be an aborted baby. I got to see the sun rise and the sun set. So he took a very unique approach because, like, usually people will say, like, abortion is like black genocide. You know, that's like a very common right-wing trope, okay? Steve King took a very different approach to this with a double whammy where he, like, undermined the experiences that, you know, slaves went through, okay, making it seem like it was a consensual relationship, and then said it's still better to be a slave than be aborted. It's so good. Let's continue. Navigating through the corridors, we catch a glimpse of my wife cleaning up one of the kids' bedrooms for the 9th time today. I don't know where she finds the energy for that. 37 weeks pregnant and all. Twitter is riddled with so many men just fucking, talking about why their wives should divorce them. Okay? Circumcised men, when they hear women have lost the right to make decisions about their bodies and sexuality, first time. Yeah, Marat says they know female circumcision is a thing, right? Well, but that's not the point here. The point is that, I am no fan of circumcision myself, but kind of wild to, again, compare this in this way. Intactivists sometimes have a worthy cause, but are incredibly fucking unhinged. Another one that's coming up is going to be TOS, so I'm trying to hide it a little bit as best as I can here. But before then, this is, of course, one of my now minted Hasanabi heads, who used to be a Twitter hater, Anu. I believe that's their name, right? I mean, they are the GOAT of unhinged Twitter, like uninterrupted, unhinged posting. You know how people say you never want to be the main character on Twitter ever? They live for that. They live to be the main character. Like, oh my fucking lordy lord. Okay. I'm going to get demolished for this take, but I think furries are the next refined performance art genre next to clowning and drag. Someone says, this is low-key racist. Deleted the OG tweet, but does someone have resources where I can educate myself? I apologize if this upset anyone. Wasn't my intention at all. I have an art background and love performance art, so I tweeted from that perspective, but I might be uninformed. Thanks. Now, the point here is not that, like, they were in the wrong, because they weren't. This is one of the only instances where, like, they actually came out of the gate swinging and just had, like, a normal take. Okay? But ultimately, it's hilarious because, like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? Why? Why do you live like this? How do you live like this? Self-report as a furry? No, like, I don't give a shit about furries, okay? I don't. I'm just saying that, like, it's not a racist take. But on Twitter, when you are trying to be the most woke motherfucker on the planet, you will literally take someone with, like, 49 likes and go, oh, my God, I must have offended someone. Please explain to me. Now, the next tweet I can't show you, because it features a victim of a school shooting, okay? Or not a school shooting. I believe this was like, was this a school shooting? It was one of the many shootings that occurred. I'm just gonna, like, this is a bullet that, like, basically fucking... It was a parade shooting, right? It was one of the many shootings that have happened in America. Okay, I'm just going to show you like this. This is a person with, like, a open wound on her face. Okay? It was one of the many shootings that had happened. This is the most unhinged liberal reply, I personally think. I'm not even kidding. Like, she posted this. She posted this, like, immediately after the shooting. And someone replied, I'm sorry this happened to you and everyone else there. It's awful and these shootings just keep coming at us. Please register to vote if you haven't already. Tell your friends too. Your generation is our last hope. Fire. A fucking banger, dude. I love activism. I love liberals doing activism on Twitter more than anything else. Alan Dershowitz, another person who, every time he tweets, it's just a fucking banger. Fox News' favorite contributor, commentator, the Dersh. Okay? Excerpts from a letter to me. I was reading your book yesterday at the beach when some guys asked me about the book. So I told them that I had a great deal of respect for the author. Without warning, I was slugged and punched in the face. Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe because you're friends with Jeffrey Epstein and defended him successfully in court, but also are friends with Jeffrey Epstein. That probably never even happened. But it's like one of those moments where I wish it would happen. The Dersh also has the Dersh has a litany of these kinds of fucking tweets. If we're being real, if we're being honest, there are so many there's so many incredible Dersh moments to pick and choose from. But I don't know. It's great. Telling Joe Biden to just do something is like telling someone with clinical depression to just be happy, or telling someone with an anxiety disorder to just calm down. He's aware of what the problem is. He knows what would fix it. It's just out of his immediate control. Every time I see tweets like this, inside of me, there are two wolves. One that turns me into an L. Ron Hubbard style anti-psychology guy. Okay? Another that says, no, lean into it because this is so content. And I, of course, choose the second option. But goddamn, dude, psychology and its effects on liberal minds and hyper medicalizing and psychology and teaching psychology to every college educated person, like Psychology 101 to every person with a liberal arts degree, is unironically so damaging, okay? So incredibly damaging. It is crazy. The hyper-medicalizing every fucking thing that happens with the incredibly personal experiences that you have had. Holy fuck, dude. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's awesome. This comparison does not work in a million different ways, but it's still incredible to fucking post, okay? Please, never stop posting. This was crazy. Ben Dreyfuss. This was an insane fucking take by Ben Dreyfuss, who also is famously, ruined by Hollywood and has routinely tweeted some incredibly unhinged things. Ben Dreyfuss says, one time at a party, I paid a drug addict $50 to let me hunt him with a paintball gun. It was a fun and funny thing that everyone enjoyed, but if you take it out of context and talk about it on a podcast nowadays, people wouldn't see the humor, lol. Well, maybe because even if you take it in context and talk about it, it's still fucking weird and gross. And then someone says, wait, you did what? And Ben responds, thank you, Ben, for being honest in this situation. I paid a drug addict $50 to let me hunt him through the woods. If he made it 3 miles to a specific location with a 20-minute head start, he would get another $50. He didn't succeed. This is, yes, you are correct, the premise of The Most Dangerous Game. Ben Dreyfuss said he did The Most Dangerous Game. Which is a story about really rich guys hunting human beings. Imagine being that fucking out of touch, though, that you literally thought you could, as the son of a Hollywood guy, and as a rich guy yourself, as a rich fail son yourself, you were just going to post about how you did, a shittier version of The Most Dangerous Game Like, how do you fucking openly post that? It's awesome. Need the Pope's opinion on this. To all Catholic furs, vor counts as eating meat unless your partner has frisona. No vor on Fridays. Who's the audience for this? It's one of those things where I'm like thinking, who is this for? Like, there's got to be like, what, 3 people on the planet that would be like, oh, thank God I found out about this. Like, who the fuck is that much of an aggro Catholic and a furry at the same time? What is vor? Do not ask that question. No. Do not Google vor. Do not ask what vor. Kirby. Kirby is vor, but like a PG version. Don't Google it. But Kirby is vor. Okay. Fintano Tool says, when my son was 2, I heard him mumbling to himself as he was going to sleep, Mikhail Gorbachev. It sounded like a promise that the world he would grow up in would be less fearful and more hopeful. My son or my daughter tweets are always like excellent ones. You know what I mean? It's always excellent because like sometimes I feel like liberals have just had children specifically so they can lie about like what their children is capable of doing. Is it raining, Murad? What about my dad tweets? I mean, it is very common for a dad to be homophobic. It's not as common for a 2-year-old to mumble to himself, Mikhail Gorbachev. So, this tweet proves your point is definitely content. Hey, y'all. Oh, dude, this was funny. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Know it's funny to go around calling everyone a neurotypical and assuming they're just evil? Anyway, 30% of people are known disabled, but the stats are definitely much higher. Samira has body dysmorphia. It can literally cause psychosis and hallucinations. Oh! Yes! Yes! Everything is ableism, dude. You're doing an ableism, okay? All right. Let's look at another one. Zach Fox, just seen Rachel Dolezal titties. We definitely in the end days. Not gonna lie, I thought she was hoping she would have bigger areolas. Sigh. Okay, I don't know why this was posted on here because, like, that's actually a good take, honestly. I'm just saying, like, some of us were also disappointed. Like, what? Am I alone on that? I don't get it. No? I am alone? Okay, well, that's awkward, I guess. If Prince Andrew didn't want to be heckled, then he should have stayed at home. He was relieved of royal duties in 2020 after letting down his mother spectacularly, so he shouldn't be. This Oybruv responds, he was not found guilty, but charged with having sex with a 17-year-old. God, I'm guilty of that. Am I a pedo? This guy responds, police lose track of 485 registered sex offenders across Britain, jots down the 5 and puts a 4 on there. Yeah. Boy bros should not be allowed to post, I think. Or actually, they should. Am I guilty of pedophilia? Actually, it's a phrebophilia. Just a bit of nonsense. What do you fucking mean? Okay, this is actually my fave tweet of the year. Is it unethical to, I mean, this also has like a permanent place in people's minds. Is it unethical to attend a no loads refused, pimped out comp dump event if the bottom has blocked you on Twitter, even though you've never talked to them and have no idea why? 28% say, why did 8,000 people vote on this? First of all, like, why did 8,000? Oh my God. Every part of this is so insane, bro. Yes, definitely 28%. 14% said kinda. 9% said not really. Also, like, kinda, not really, yes, definitely. I mean, this guy was like very clearly hedging his bets here, okay? 47% with a resounding nope, no loads refused. Even unethical loads, okay? This is so much better. Elon Musk should use this as a Twitter poll next time. You know what I mean? What corner of the internet is this? Am I just living under a rock or is this wild as fuck? Yeah, I saw. Did you close it up? All your tools got wet? What the fuck? Yeah, come here. Show everybody what you look like right now. It's downpouring. And now on top of the fucking greasy machine oil, he also is now wet as fuck because he had to save his tools. I know. Well, this has been a year of a lot of rain, particularly. There is no ethical load consumption under comp dumpsterism. I mean, what is happening here is at least he asked, you know what I mean? It's infinitely better. It's infinitely better to just serve the top of the hour ad break without asking if it's consensual or not. Except it's never consensual. You are basically in a no loads refused type situation. Now, a way to avoid the load, okay, as a comp dumpster, basically, in this circumstance, is by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, okay, because I will be loading up the top of the hour 3-minute ad break right now. But many chatters are like, I want an uninterrupted broadcast experience. Like, I want that. How can I get that? Well, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. If you are lucky. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Lena Dunham, when I go, I want my casket to be driven through the New York City Pride Parade with a plaque that reads, she wasn't for everyone, but she was for us. Who can arrange? Is Lena Dunham mother? This is a question I have for the gays because gays love hyping up mid-white women, which is why I have to ask. This is like an anthropological question, okay? It's a study. Because it does seem like she kind of fits the bill, but I don't know. Bafara, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Lena Dunham is absolutely not mother. Okay, got it. Because, like, wait, says you? What do you mean? I mean, this is, like, literally a thing that I have seen with my own 2 eyes, okay? The perennial Meghan Trainor debate. I'm sorry, okay? This quite literally is in that fucking same vein. Cheryl Girl says, saying she fits the bill is the most homophobic thing you've ever said. Don't do us like that. Go ahead. Do discourse. Go ahead. Do discourse right now. Trainer only has straight fans. That's a lie. That's a lie. I've seen some of you motherfuckers hype that shit up. Okay, let's move on from Lena Dunham now that we know. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. Oh, thank God he said that. Because at first I was like, oh no, Kanye, are you being anti-Semitic? And then he qualified it, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can sleep comfortably at night. Woo! You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda, the Jewish agenda, of course. This is another all-time great. This is basically the most divorced tweet you could post. And this, oh, Jesus Christ, bro. What the fuck are you doing? What? All right. Ross just like dumping his fucking tools in my, what is it, foyer? Is that what you would say? Near the door. Anyway, I don't know. I'm poor. Bro, what is the area where, like, the door is, okay? Like, every house has a front door. Like, what do you mean? Motherfucker said, I'm poor. Like, as in, he doesn't have a front door in his house. Entrance. Okay. Dog, you don't understand. I'm so poor. Like, I'm literally currently living in a house with no front door. There's no way in or out. I get out through the goddamn window. Okay. This was a tweet heard around the world. I mean, this is like Kanye West's downfall arc. Basically like the final nail in the coffin. Oh, this was a wonderful one too. Do you take time to examine? This is a MLK account. Do you take time to examine your son's genitals? Do you teach him how to take a bath like a man? Have you taught him how to urinate like a man? Does he have testicles? Have you checked? Does he erect? Some fathers don't bother. They leave everything to the mother. Hashtag man day. FBI, this guy right here. I feel like the critics who gave Black Adam low scores are the kind of people who sit around drinking wine while listening to fancy music and saying that movies are art. Movies, of course, famously are not art. And they should not be. Oh, damn. That's a really funny joke. I wish I came up with that. Yeah, this is actually Tom Brady's account. Okay, Timothy Champagne. Yeah, it's not weird. That's just Tom Brady. Oh, this was funny. Not going to fight about this with my ex from a brief toxic relationship that ended over a year ago. Piss part is true, but being called an abuser by the person who would physically block me from leaving the room during fights I wanted to de-escalate is a bit on the nose. If you're like a Twitter person, yeah, piss part is true, they said. If you're like a Twitter person, don't date another Twitter person. Like, y'all are fucking insane, okay? My boyfriend washes dishes and I haven't said anything about it. Kim Possible Fact says, why are women so cruel? The ex of Kim Possible Fact says, you live in disgusting squalor, mooched off me for months, let me constantly clean up after you, and pissed yourself all over my couch and screamed at me for being upset about it. It is so funny that you would post this. My abuser, everybody. Let's give him a round of applause. Piss part is true. What a fucking own, dude. What an incredible fucking take. Anyway, guy accidentally outs girlfriend as racist. Oh, this was fucking awesome. My girlfriend ranked quarterbacks based off attractiveness. Thoughts? You guys remember this one? This was so funny. It's just all literally like every single black quarterback is like literally at the end of that list. Like every single non-white quarterback. That is definitely a joke. No. Especially when you put like Aaron Rodgers there at like 16. When you put Aaron Rodgers there at 16, you understand that like, okay, like one of the ugliest fucking quarterbacks in the league. That's insane. What is this TikTok about it?
So there's telling on yourself, and then there's what I'm about to show you. So this guy on Twitter, his girlfriend ranked the quarterbacks in terms of attractiveness, and I've never seen a more tell on yourself situation in my life. So the rankings go: Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill, Zach Wilson. I'm not going to keep going. There's a trend. You can see the trend. Sam Ellinger, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Davis Mills, Marcus Mariota, and then we get to Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Tua, Justin Fields, Jameis Winston, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett, Lamar Jackson. This guy's girlfriend has an obvious distaste in non-Kohl's Cash plaid wearing white men that she even like faded it out here. You know, she went from Dak, Russell, Tua, Justin to Lamar. Like she was like, kind of white, white, not white. So there's telling on yourself.
Lamar Jackson is the number one hottest quarterback.
Show you. So this guy on.
Can you explain it to non-Americans? Basically, this lady literally, as Jack Mac Barstool is pointing out, made a gradient of like whitest guy to the darkest skinned black person. Like made a color gradient. Like literally. But one of the funniest, like I said, it's just like, it's just so obvious, especially when you see motherfucking Aaron Rodgers at number 16, bro. Like people are saying Jimmy Garoppolo should not be there, but like, I mean, I could see him being like decently attractive, okay? Like he's fine. Like he's like a fine looking dude. But like, I don't know why people like lose their shit over him. He's fine. You're crazy. But like Aaron Rodgers, literally, someone said it in the chat earlier. Aaron Rodgers looks like a homeless wizard. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, let's continue with this one. Watching picket lines with not a single person wearing a mask shows me this current labor movement will 100% harm disabled people, including those with long COVID, in the long run, so it's hard to respect them or take them seriously. These tweets are so insane. Like, disability activists on Twitter that go against, like, labor movements and stuff, I feel like they are the CIA or something. Like, it has to be. I will continue to scab, cross picket lines, and overall not cooperate until reparations are paid to Black America. Okay, that's another fire one, like a fire quote tweet. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, you think black people don't work at Starbucks, dumbass? Like, what the fuck? Do you think disabled people don't fucking work? Are disabled people not workers? Are black people not workers? What the fuck's wrong with you? Maybe you personally would be thrilled to have your neighbor turn up with a big old pot of chili, but there's a possibility you can't eat chili for some dietary reason. Or you can't eat that chili because of ingredients. Or you don't have bowls. That's why you always eat pizza. Wait, what was the... I missed the chili discourse. What is this? Oh my God. Did something happen on Twitter with chili and I missed it? What the fuck? What was it? Show him? That's funny. Wait. A woman made chili for her neighbors and outrage ensued. Was she wrong? Recently, a woman posted a thread on Twitter about her plans to make and deliver a pot of chili to her neighbors, a group of young men who, judging from their stream of delivery pizzas, she thought might appreciate a home-cooked meal. Commenters immediately began feasting on the virtual dish themselves. Some saw it as imposing, presumptuous. I don't know how I would feel if a stranger came to my house with a meal I didn't ask for, one wrote. And what, some wondered, if they had allergies. They're on Twitter, dog. That's what the fuck's wrong with them, Murad. Dude, I love this. I fucking love this. This is so extremely Twitter. This is yet another perfect, like, encapsulation of how isolated and alienated we are, and that social isolation has become like a marker for you, for your identity. It's like a genuinely important part of it. It's like neighbors offering food to other neighbors is like literally just, you know, basic neighbor 101 shit, okay? But because now we are in like this late stage capitalist, hyper individualist, brain rotted space where we are terrified of like seeing another human being in the real world, or God forbid, have to talk to them. Okay? People equate this shit with like rape. They chased her off Twitter. She literally has talked about her social awkwardness due to autism. Some took the critique further. One accused her of coddling and encouraging man-child behavior. One attributed her generosity to a white savior complex. And why not, some wondered, asked what kind of help her neighbors really wanted before making assumptions. The outrage flowed in the other direction too, with people slamming the critics. I am disgusted with people. I'll be honest with you. I am so disgusted with the way people behave sometimes. It all started with TERFs who thought she was trans and then harassed her about it. Basically, a big chunk of what I do as a living is stare deeply into this darkness, okay? And you know, make content out of it and thrive in this circle, which is understandable because like I am the most mentally ill person, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Twitter just like gives you mental illness. You have to be mentally ill to be able to post a lot. Okay? People go way too hard on dunking on dumb takes when it comes from someone with no clout / they're confused. Lol. That was the worst part of the chili discourse. Low-hanging fruit and easy dunks, the cancer of the timeline. I was completely unfamiliar with this discourse, but now that I am made aware of it, I think it's awful. The original posts were what? Several guys moved in next door, students, I guess, and I've gotten two confused DoorDash drivers for them in the last week, and their trash can was completely overflowing with pizza boxes. I don't think they cook. I am feeling such strange motherly urge to feed these boys. I'm going to do it. No, people on Twitter said that she was like intrusive and getting fucking mad. Calling an autistic person awkward is a super low hanging dunk, lol. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course she's awkward. Like, dude, people, there's no better representation of like people will fucking find anything to get mad at on Twitter than this story, okay? This is like an individual who's like thinking that she's being kind, Like, or think, what? Why would you write that in the chat? What the fuck? It's just so weird. It's so weird. The way people reacted was like she sent an unsolicited nude to these guys. It's wild. Like, why did this happen? Oh God, the feminist QRTs on this are the most deranged ones yet. Holy shit, America's doomed, bro. Solidarity is not possible. Hyper individualism when a simple kindness has become so controversial. Yeah, what the fuck? So what was it? Like, it was a bunch of TERFs who thought that she was like trans or something, and that's why they like dunked on her? Is that what it was? Originally, and then that's how it blew up? Because that is a legitimate issue with like people not understanding that these aren't leftists. Like, these are just like unhinged psychopaths. And there are plenty of leftists who are unhinged psychopaths as well. Some of the same people who harassed her threatened to kill her pet pig and eat it. What? God, I hate this shit. I feel so sad now. I can't believe I avoided this entire chilly discourse. Ugh, this made me sad. It made me feel gross. All right. Elon Musk's revolution at Twitter is one of the biggest stories in the country right now. And here are our nation's magazines trying best to ignore it. First of all, this was funny even back then because there was no revolution happening. Okay, but also looking at Golf Magazine and expecting Golf Magazine to like cover Elon Musk's Twitter revolution, or expecting Stranger Things Magazine to cover Elon Musk's Twitter revolution is fucking awesome. Morad said, I would argue against that. Elon Musk is a Stranger Thing. Ben Meir, Life Dinner. Why? Life Dinner is a scheduled time to check in with your significant other. It's like agile planning with your most important client. The process builds intimacy, trust, and accountability. With a U.S. divorce rate of 50%, we need new strategies like Life Dinner. This is another version of like the hyper medicalized and hyper individualized, hypersensitive fucking Twitter takes. But on the other side, where you take something that's like totally normal, okay, and then you like turn it into a life hack. Because like everyone has to be like a capitalist. Incels do this as well. Incels do this in the same way of like, instead of saying go to the gym, they say gym maxing. You know what I mean? Everything has to be a fucking video game. Everything has to be gamified. This man said you need to agile plan your marriage. Okay? Life hack, having a dinner with your wife. Why are we like this? Guys, life hack. It's called breath maxing. It's when you breathe in, okay? Or life hack. It's called hydration maxing, okay? It's when you drink a certain amount of water. You ensure that you hydrate yourself adequately. No better representation of capitalism ruining like the human condition slowly but surely than this sort of insane nonsense, honestly. Straight up. All right, despicable thing to lie about, in my opinion. Oh, Elon Musk lying about his firstborn child dying in his arms. I felt his last heartbeat. I have no mercy for anyone who would use the deaths of children for gain, politics, or fame. Ironically, he did that in that tweet. Turns out, a SIDS-related incident that put him on life support, he was declared brain dead, and not that it matters to anyone except me, because it is one of the most sacred and defining moments of my life, but I was the one who was holding him. Can't believe it. Here's the sexual marketplace turning men into femboys and cucks. In the 1970s, many men supported the sexual revolution because they thought they would benefit from many easy women. That was true, but only for the top 20%. Yeah. Before the sexual revolution, men and women were just bonded to one another for life. It was great. Now that women can choose, they're choosing people that don't want to. They're choosing people that, whoever they want to fuck. Which is really fucked up. And then the rest of the 80% are suicidal, homicidal, incel, homosexual, transsexual, cuckold, and feminist. Wait, let me see what this is. Oh, this is not real. Okay. Having dinner at a ramen joint solo, good-looking young couple comes in and is sat at the table next to me. They order, and waiter asks if they want egg on top of ramen. Dude goes out of his way to request a soy egg. And then it's a photo of a dude killing himself. I'm receiving reports that it was the soy marinated egg, but the shock I experienced upon hearing this was the essence of this post. And that actually happened. I don't get it. Like, why did you want to kill yourself when you saw someone ask an egg that is like marinated in soy sauce? Even if it was literally like a fake egg made by soy, which I don't even think that's a thing. But even if that was the case, if that makes you want to kill yourself, you are not cut out for society. You are not the big, badass, like conservative, macho man, Randy Savage motherfucker that you think you are when you want to fucking kill yourself like that. Okay? What the fuck? Also, this is another Twitter goated classic, of course. The fact that this could have been real is the point is always the funniest I'm not owned take, because, like, it literally just showcases that, no, you are in fact owned and you are fucking stupid. I believed something wrong, and it says a lot about society. Yeah, it says a lot about society. It says that the society that you live in, okay, is perfectly fine and normal, but you and your experience of that society is not, because you're a fucking idiot. Says, attention, all Asian irredentists upset about this post. I'm sorry. I didn't know that soy egg referred to egg marinated in soy. What am I supposed to do? Intuit the difference? In this world where there is literally an egg product that is made out of soy. If you are a member of irredentist gang Asian persuasion, I am warning you now. Do not comment on this post. I am very litigious. I will drop a legal anvil on you. Do you understand me? Some fucking freak, dude. I don't know. This is the trifecta, by the way. He tweeted at you, Lamau. Wait, really? Elon, please drop a legal anvil on this guy. How did you find it so fast? The chat is literally CIA, bro. It's hysterical to claim reporters reporting on a tech story about a thin-skinned man baby abusing his power over his tech serfdom is actually an assassination plot. Elon, please drop a legal anvil on this guy. I mean, he's like, yeah, bro thinks he's Wile E. Coyote. That's what it is. Elon, daddy, get him. No. He means like drop like a fuckload of, like an anvil. Like, you know when you drop an anvil in like Wile E. Coyote and like Looney Tunes? That's what he's saying. But like in legal paperwork. Burden him in legal paperwork. And then the funniest part about this, though, is that these are always people who are like, they fancy themselves to be like, this is, followed by Dasha. There you go. Exactly. These are like the Sam Hyde loving fucking supposedly leftist guys who are not really leftist now. But like, I guess at some point they consider themselves to be like pro-labor. But now they're just like straight up conservative. And it's always motherfuckers like this who are just like, it's always motherfuckers like this, the irony bros that Felix never gave love to and did not coddle, that have now turned into these like weird fucking schizo freaks on the timeline. Okay? Like, you can't call yourself like a badass trad guy and then fucking at Elon or beg that Elon fucking drops a legal anvil on someone who doesn't even know you exist until this very moment. Elon senpai, this. Please help me. This was a funny one from Joshua Hill. People are going to joke about Kanye. People are going to blame his mental health. But the truth is that he's normalizing Nazism for a whole lot of people. I know that word is overused, but folks will be Googling Hitler tonight. It's so incredibly dangerous. It's one of those fucking takes where it's like, he's not even wrong, but also it's just such a funny, like, it's true, but it's still such a funny soy way to say it. Okay? Folks will be Googling Hitler tonight. Yeah. Yeah? Murat says he's been seeing a ton of Kanye jokes on Instagram. They're funny.
Seeing a ton of like Kanye jokes on Instagram. Yeah, they're funny, but it's also really scary because like you're going from like Nazism is untouchable to like haha it's funny to like oh yeah it's like part of common conversation as if it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but like most people still have an understanding that Hitler is bad.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So that's the point.
But I mean, it is becoming more.
This is usually what happens when you Google Hitler.
And, you know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him.
There you go. That's the best take. Oh, this was another brilliant fucking incredible moment where Jordan Peterson just said the most unhinged shit. And it's just getting impossible to find child porn, ... smiley face. You did not, under any circumstances, have to tweet this out, my man. And he never deleted it. He did not delete it. It's like, bro, why? What a bit, dude.
Like, I think he's claiming that.
No, we know what he's doing.
But I don't get it. Like, why?
Like, he's trying to imply that Elon Musk is like, you know, tackling people who were like spreading child pornography on the platform as though like before Twitter wasn't.
That Robert Reich wants to find child porn is unable to.
No. No. Robert Reich says Elon Musk and his enablers have turned this website into a torrent of ad hominem attacks, lies, floated as jokes, and blatant misinformation. Robert Reich is saying Elon Musk made the website bad. But at that time, the most common like conservative thing was to claim that Elon Musk was tackling child predators on the platform. And so he's basically sarcastically saying like, Robert Reich, up yours, woke moralist. It's getting impossible to find child porn, which I'm sure you would like for the website to still have. Like, basically, I guess you are right. Like, he's trying to imply, yeah, that there was like a lot of fucking child pornography on the website. Now,
was there?
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? I never saw. So that's what I mean. It's like a weird.
Don't be upset about your.
No, it's like that's what I mean. It's like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, what was there like a torrent of child porn on the fucking website? Like, what are you looking at?
I hope not.
But he also implies that he has searched it. And now he's like upset that he can't find it.
Like, it's him trying to be edgy and dumb.
I know, but it was awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas. The young entrepreneur is suffering with the wrath brought on by Ye's anti-Semitism. We've seen an increase in violence towards Jews in recent years since Trump's election. Now this modern-day lynching is taking place towards SPF.
Is this guy for real or is he memeing?
No, he's for real.
No, there's no way. He's
for real.
a guy named Ari Rubin.
What do you mean? No, he is a Jewish crypto fan who's saying that SBF is, being targeted for anti-Semitism and not because he's a scammer.
Is SBF Jewish?
Yes. Why did you assume that Ari Rubin was Jewish?
Because of his name.
Then why would you? His last name is Fried.
Okay, I didn't know that was a Jewish name.
Yeah, exactly. Got him. And to end the thread, some humiliating tweets from our new god, Ari getting booed at Dave Chappelle's show. This was also fucking awesome. What? No one can see what you did there. Okay? CD, well, no one can see what you did there at the end of that thread. You fucking asshole. This was awesome. Technically, it was 90% cheers and 10% booze, except during quiet periods. But still, that's a lot of booze, which is a first for me in real life, frequent on Twitter. It's almost as if I've offended San Francisco's unhinged leftists, but nah. Deleted, of course. Calculating the percentage of fucking booze versus percentage of cheers. Falsely lying about that when we could see the footage where it was mostly people booing him. And also assuming that people going to a Dave Chappelle comedy show are like woke liberals. Come on, dog. And then he also lied about this too. A major fight broke out in the audience just as I was about to talk, so I didn't get to say much. Also bullshit. And here, this fucking asshole. Thanks, man. You fucking poop socked me by the end of this wonderful journey that we went on. Are you happy? I showed it. Dumbasses.
I don't get that either.
Don't worry. That's just a dumb thing that dummies do in this chat. Rudy Giuliani was absolutely spitting yesterday. This was a wonderful, absolutely banger of a Twitter headline. Oh, this was great. In the U.S., Sam Bankman-Fried is persona non grata, but in interviews across the Bahamas, residents say that his crimes were hardly comparable to the gang violence of the island and express fears of economic fallout if crypto investors don't return. This was fire. Oh, so good. So fucking good. Did you see Trump blaming pro-life Republicans for the weak turnout in 2022? Trump just blamed Republicans' 2022 midterm failures on the people that pushed so hard for decades against abortion for getting their wish from the U.S. Supreme Court. He's right, though. It wasn't my fault that the Republicans didn't live up to the expectations of the midterms. I was 233 to 20. It was the abortion issue, poorly handled by many Republicans, especially those that firmly insisted on no exceptions, even in the case of rape, incest, or life of the mother. That lost large numbers of voters. He's right. Honorable mention. Oh, this was another great one. This was when I ratioed Jordan Peterson so fucking hard he quit Twitter when he never really did, but then claimed he was going to. Sorry, not beautiful. And no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that. One thing we learned in 2022 basically was that if you come after thick mommies on Twitter, Twitter will fucking destroy you.
Was 2022 the years the barbs turn on you?
2022 was not the year the barbs turned on me. That was 2021.
Hey.
Oh, new Meat Canyon. Let's go. That's awesome. Up yours, woke moralists. Yeah, don't ever come after thick mommies, dude. Do not do it. Do not do it. They will fucking destroy you. Samir Khan did it. Okay? Jordan Peterson did it. It doesn't matter. You absolutely got fucking destroyed. They both got destroyed. Okay. Say wallahi, you unironically watch Meat Canyon? Yeah, I love Meat Canyon. What do you mean? They're fucking incredible. He's incredibly talented. Yeah. Wait, Tummer, you did not just... Bro, classic chatter move, okay? Classic chatter move. We just finished the thread, and you just you just came in and posted the thread that we just looked at for the past like 3 hours. Classic. Tummer coming in from fucking mobile right here. Do it again. I not only just watched it, I not only just looked at it, but I also literally retweeted it too. I love that.